Good morning and welcome to John Beck. This is your principal, Mr. Lin, and I hope that you had a wonderful Thursday yesterday. Today is Friday, January 17th, 2025, and it is a day D for instrumentals. It's a day 6. Now, before we kick off this wonderful day, I want to invite you, as I always do, to please stand and face the flag for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Go ahead and take a seat. I'm so happy that you guys are here in school and you made my day. And since it is Friday, you've made my week. You showing up, not just today, but throughout the week has made my week. So I have to say thank you. You mean that much to me. I can't wait for the weekend, but I also can't wait for next week because I get to see you all over again. Of course, we've got to work together. And there are 3 expectations here at the school. Number 1, be respectful to yourself as well as to other people. It's not just in your classroom. It includes the cafeteria, in the bathroom, in the hallways, and yes, on the bus. 5th graders. Yeah, I'm looking at you. I said the cafeteria. So I know deep down inside you guys know how to be respectful. I've seen you guys do it. I'm never going to ask you to do something that I know that you can't do. I'll never make you go outside and say, flap your wings and start flying because you don't have wings and you can't fly. That wouldn't be fair. But I think it is fair, 5th graders, that I can ask you to do the right thing in the cafeteria. And that means staying seated when you need to be, waiting to be called on to leave your seat to throw out the trash, to make sure that you are being mindful and considerate and respectful to your teachers, who also include the ladies who are in the cafeteria, our assistants. You need to give them that same respect. The grade that I used to teach, 5th grade, and I know what 5th graders can do, have not exactly lived up to what I expect them to do. And that's not just me. That includes your teachers, and that includes the amazing ladies in the cafeteria that I really want to support. I want you to support them too. I'm not really here to embarrass you in front of the rest of the school, but you are the second oldest group, and I think we all want to look up to you. You just have to want it too, and you should embrace that responsibility. Which leads me to number 2. Be responsible. Be responsible for yourself and your hands and your feet, the words that come out of your mouth. Be responsible for the task at hand, whatever the mission is, whether it's to get homework done, whether it's to get classwork done, to do your best. Now, nobody's asking you to be perfect. I'm just asking you to be responsible, to strive for excellence. Know what the ideal is and strive for it. No one's going to fault you for trying, but we just got to see you try. You do control quite a bit. I don't control the school. Neither does your teacher. And no one individual student controls the tone and the atmosphere in our school. We all play a part. That means we all share in the control of this school. Number 3, show that you're ready. Ready to be the best version of yourself. It has to start with knowing what the expectations are. And I think by now, especially if you're one of our older students, you should know. 6th graders, I am impressed with you. Recently, I've heard and seen you guys stand up for each other. Sometimes you stood up for people that you might not always get along with. You've shared with me when things have troubled you, and you've asked my help and Dr. Herman's help or Mrs. Conlon's help or Mrs. Valopa's help to help resolve some issues. You are feeding the best pack of wolves that you guys can offer as a collective group of students. Keep it up. Sometimes when I call you out, sometimes when your teachers call you out, sometimes when the plans change, we might find ourselves in that rock brain. We've been talking about it all week. Hopefully you enjoyed that Sesame Street skit that talked about how important it is to be flexible. Sometimes you just have to recognize that you are stuck in your ways. You are in a rock brain. The only way to get out of it is to be flexible. I hope that you've thought about all the different ways that you can be flexible. When you don't like it when somebody's called you out, when perhaps you're a 5th grader and you didn't like Mr. Lin calling you out. You can get into that rock brain and be defensive, or you can say, you know what, Mr. Lin is calling me out. I know he loves me, and I have a choice to either be in a rock brain or I can be flexible and change. I know better. I can do better. We need people to step up, and we need people who are flexible to step up. We've got a lot of leaders here. I just need to see you guys rise up to the occasion. All right, it's a Friday. Fridays are tough because sometimes our minds are thinking about the weekend. Let's live in the moment. I know that you guys can do it. I love you. I care about you. I'm here to encourage you. Every time I say love, care, and encouragement, I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Can't wait to see you guys around. Have an awesome day. And as always, I like you just the way you are.